Hey there, welcome. I'm Connor Evans with DBSync, and today I'm going to be showing you how to replicate Dynamics 365 data into any database. Now, that could be Dynamics 365 customer engagement, sales, field service, it could be Business Central, it could be finance and operations. And I'm going to be showing you on our DBSync Playground for our cloud replication tool. Now, again, it's really simple. You get to select any source you want. That could be SaaS applications, again, like the Dynamics stack, or it could be Salesforce, or it could be HubSpot. It could also be databases like a local SQL database or a cloud database like a Snowflake, or even many database types, Postgres, MySQL. And then you'd select your target, and your target could be, again, any database type, data lake, data warehouse, whether on-prem or in the cloud. So let's get to the good stuff here. And this is what it looks like when you log into DBSync. Now, it's really simple to add an application. You can see we have a database selected here. You could do Salesforce. You could be doing Business Central, Dynamics 365. You could be doing F&O. You could be doing even HubSpot. But for the sake of today's demo, we're going to be showing you Dynamics 365 replication into a database target. So when we go to the profile for this particular replication job, you can see there's an endpoint. That's our Dynamics org. You can see you have a username, and there'd be a button to connect. I'm already connected, so that's why you're seeing disconnect here. And if we go to the database, you can see right now it's set up for a MySQL database. We have the host information, the port information, username and password, and then the database that we're pointing to, this Play D365. So let's go ahead and take a look at that database first. So you can see it over here. You can see we're in Play D365 and that there is no information in the database itself. This is a clean database. So if we go back to DBSync and we select the Objects tab, this is where you're able to control what information you want to replicate. Whether you wanted to replicate, say, everything in Dynamics with the select all, or specific objects, like you can see business units, calendars, catalogs, categories, all selected here. And the other thing it's going to do is in this available fields, it's going to pull in all of the fields for what you've selected. And you can exclude anything that you'd want to exclude. You can even add filter criteria too, if you'd like to. And then you've got a number of options for the replication jobs. Now you could do an update schema, which is simply going to create the schema of the objects that you've selected in your target database. You could do a clean copy, which will not only create the schema, but also bring in the underlying data. You can do a source to DB incremental. So for example, let's say you did a clean copy of your entire Dynamics org, and every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever frequency, you want to see all of those incremental changes that have happened in that time window happening in your target database. You'd select source to DB, and you can schedule that as a job that runs at whatever interval you want. Now, we also have DB to source for basically updating back to the target, to the source SaaS application or database from the target database, any changes that have been made. So for the sake of today's demo, let's go ahead and run a clean copy. Now, when you run a clean copy, it's going to automatically take you to the log screen, and it's going to go ahead and show you the progress against the replication job that you're running. So you can see even by the object level, everything's already been replicated in a matter of 2 seconds. So this is an incredibly fast tool for accomplishing these replication jobs. Now, if we switch on over back to our database, we can go ahead and refresh, and we can see all of the tables have been created and their respective rows as well. So all of that data replicated in a matter of seconds, and you can see it clearly reflected within the logs. Now, if something does go wrong with the replication, you'd be able to see an error message down here. So let's say we want to go ahead and schedule a job. So pretty straightforward. When you go to schedule a job, you have the ability to schedule any type of job that you'd like and the frequency at which you'd like it to perform. Now, it could be minutes, hours, it could be weekly, totally customized, or even a cron expression. And from a notification standpoint, you can set up notifications to happen either via email when something's processed, completed, process is started, completed, or errored, when any object is added, updated, or removed, and even at a field level. You can add as many email recipients as you want, and you can also go ahead and get notifications via Teams, Slack, or any system that takes webhooks. That's a brief overview on our replication tool. Definitely invite you to reach out so that we can do a more in-depth walkthrough and we can get you set up with your own instance so you can test as you'd like. Again, this works with Dynamics 365, CE, sales, field service, any of the customer engagement or CRM-based modules, as well as Dynamics 365 Business Central and Dynamics 365 Finance, Operations, Supply Chain Management. Thanks so much. Have a great day.